Hello, guys. I am Elena tonight. She has decided she needed a vacation from us. So you get me instead. Anyways, welcome to our show. So happy you guys are here. We've got Misty, Ms. El Paso.
Buenos dias, buenas noches.
And then I know Mike looks a little different than Elena. So we'll go ahead and say hi, Mike. This is one of Misty's friends. And Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
What up, though? I'm Mike, Detroit's own, Spartan at heart. I've known Miss El Paso since our Spartan days, although she doesn't remember me. She taught me how to salsa dance. But we go back to when I first moved to Houston. We used to hang out all the time in Midtown. So I'm glad to be on.
That's
yes.
awesome.
And he's also in my fantasy football league where I got third place. Just want to remind everybody what place did you get, Mike?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I got last place.
Yeah, Brittany got last place, but nobody remembers what place Mike got.
I think I made the playoffs. But I don't remember where I finished.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
All right, what are we drinking today?
What are we drinking? Yeah, what are we drinking tonight?
Okay, I'll start first.
All right.
I'm drinking Heineken Zero. Again, why? Because we're still in Lent. And I'm only drinking for special occasions. And even though Mike is on here, it's not a special occasion yet. So,
sorry, Mike.
So still drinking no alcohol beer, non-alcoholic beer. What about you, Brittany?
Still drinking water. Hydrate.
Our skin is going to look fantastic after this. I promise you.
I already feel like it looks better.
It does. You're beautiful. All right, Mike, what are you drinking?
You guys make me feel bad. I thought this was a drinking podcast, so I got my Basil Hayden here.
Ooh, fancy Basil Hayden.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's good. Can you describe what Basil Hayden tastes like?
No, I can't. I'm not one of those guys that can tell you it has vanilla notes and taste.
Well, okay, so does it have a smoky flavor? Is it spicy? Is it not spicy? It's really smooth.
To me, it's smooth. It's not really spicy. I mean, it's all kind of smoky, but I guess it depends on what you like.
Okay. All right.
Regular or is it a rye?
That's the regular. I don't like rye.
Oh, okay.
I'll do a rye in a mixed drink, but I don't drink it straight. It's not my thing.
Okay, that's fine. We're bourbon connoisseurs.
I would say I'm a bourbon connoisseur, but I just forget which one is which. Shout out to Raider Nation that's on here. What's up, soldier?
Always coming out for the support. So we got a fun show today. We're going to talk a little bit March Madness, some other basketball news, and baseball being back in play. So
let's go with fast fact check against the glass.
As usual, I have a lot of facts, so I'm going to let you guys go first so that we don't have the same ones.
Okay.
I'll go.
All right, Mike, what you got?
I have a painful fact, actually.
Oh, no.
And these are facts about the tournament, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I know Misty knows this. The last Big Ten team to win the tournament was my Spartans in 2000. But since then, the Big Ten has been to the championship 7 times and has lost all 7.
Wow. Okay, that's really sad. Let's hope the streak ends this year with Michigan State.
Has there ever been? So we've got what, nine teams in the Big Ten in. Has there ever been any more than that, or is this like the most Big Ten schools that have actually made the tournament?
I don't think it's ever been more than that. I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
I mean, there's only 14 teams in the league.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I always forget.
Yeah, there should only be 8 in there, but whatever. We're not going to talk about it. Misty, what you got?
Well, mine is going to be our our HBCU in Houston, Texas Southern University, who is playing right now. I can't watch the game. It's so close. They were at halftime before we got on, and I'm super nervous because this is a play-in game. Shout out, what's up to Across the Pond? What's going on? Good to see you on here. Okay, my fact is Texas Southern University shares the ball. And when I say shares the ball, I mean they're not like Harden, who likes to keep it the whole time, during the game and doesn't pass it to anybody. So the head coach, Johnny Jones, who also used to coach LSU and North Texas, plays about 10 players, and no one on the team has averaged double figures. So that's huge. That's really, really big. So yeah, that's my fact check, and good luck to TSU. I really hope that they're going to make it, and I'm nervous. So nobody on the chat tell me how it's going because it's going to throw me off.
They must really spread the ball around.
That's how a team should play. That's how they're playing Texas A&M Corpus Christi right now too.
That's a good fact. So I have 2 because I'm going to do one for Elena. Okay. And this is a Notre Dame fact. So Notre Dame's shooting guard, Austin Carr, set a tournament record by sinking 61 points in a game. And no one's even come close to scoring that many points in a game in the tournament. 61.
Wow. And what was his name again?
Austin Carr.
I wonder where he's at.
I'm sure he's retired.
Coaching somewhere, maybe.
Maybe. Okay, another fact is the lowest seed to ever win is number 8 Villanova, and that was in 1985.
Okay, so no one lower than 8. These are really, this is helpful because I need to set my bracket tonight before the first game on, is it Thursday?
I thought you had to set it before the playing game.
You have to set it by tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, you have to set it by tomorrow.
Yeah, the playing games are tomorrow, I believe.
No, the playing games are today. That's Texas Southern. Yeah, Texas Southern and Texas A&M are playing right now. That's why I'm nervous because it's that play-in game. And Notre Dame, I think, has one too against somebody else. I don't remember who. But I was like, Notre Dame has to play in. But that was Michigan State 2 years ago, so I shouldn't laugh.
That actually brings up another fun fact I have. Last year, I won my bracket, but it was a fluke because I chose Michigan State, and they were in a playing game. Was that last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
And they lost to UCLA, who made it to the Final Four. And the way the brackets work, they take whoever won that playing game. So even though I picked Michigan State to go all the way, it basically put UCLA in there for me, and I ended up winning.
Wow.
Mike, who do you have going all the way this year?
I haven't been paying attention this year as much. I don't even know who's really good. I just know my team isn't very good. So.
Hold up. We can beat Davidson, and after that we play Duke. So second round might be a little iffy. If we
set us
Duke,
up.
I'm over.
If what?
Who knows? I mean, Tom always surprises me, so he could totally surprise me and go all the way to the Final Four again. Who knows?
Across the pond, I'm going to tell you who I think you should go for. I'm rooting for University of Houston this year. They look good. I feel like it's their time. I had them going to Elite 8 before I saw the bracket. Now that I saw the bracket, I really think they can go far. It's all going to depend on who they play after the Elite 8 if they make it that far. But I'm actually going for U of H this year. I think they're ranked number 5. So I'm sticking to that fact checked against the wall where don't pick anybody under 8 because that doesn't usually happen. Brittany, who you got?
Duh. Okay, I have 2 brackets.
I was like, don't play. We always have the one that we passionately feel.
Yes, I mean, that's my bracket, but I have Kentucky winning. And that's sort of like me not picking Ohio State. So growing up, I was bred into a University of Kentucky family. That's where everyone went to school. My older brother and I were the rebels, going to Ohio State. But I have a deep passionate love for Kentucky as well. I actually went to school there for 1 year before I transferred back to Ohio State.
I didn't know that. How was that campus? Because you were a competitive diver there, right?
Not there.
Not there, just at Ohio State.
So, yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I loved it, actually. It was a dry campus. I mean, what does that even mean anyway? Does it? But I think that was like the proudest moment when my dad was like taking me back to his old stomping grounds, and putting me in the dorm and then leaving. See ya. But my family, just huge Kentucky fans, and that's my number 2 team.
Okay, so Ohio State and Kentucky.
Yeah,
obviously mine would have been Michigan State and U of H, but I'm going to go for U of H and just hope for the best for Michigan State. Do you have a second team, Mike?
Not really. I would say maybe Villanova, but that's only because my girlfriend's family went there, so they root for them. So I'll say Villanova.
That's another default. So yeah,
and they're Philly area, so I'll go with that.
Okay,
Katie, I've got Kentucky playing Gonzaga.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey Kim, what's going on? We hung out with Kim this weekend, and that was pretty epic. Elena kept saying she thought that she broke her.
She's not used to the South's way.
Oh yeah, it was a lot this weekend. So who are you surprised to see in the tournament? Is there anybody that you were shocked to see?
Yes.
Who?
That team that shall not be named.
That team that shall not be named.
And that team is University of Michigan, for anyone who doesn't know. I was surprised to see them too. I don't think they were supposed to really kind of be in there.
No.
But the one one that, again, I'm shocked about right now is Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
They lost. Okay, so they're in the play-in. They're not in the real tournament yet, unless they beat Texas Southern, like we just talked about earlier. But the reason why I'm so surprised is that Texas A&M Corpus Christi, I'll just say TCC for short, they lost in January and February their first 8 games. And then after that, they came out and won 8 out of their 10 games, which was against Arkansas, Alabama, and let me look at my notes. Arkansas, Alabama, and Auburn.
Who are all number 1 and 2 seed. Well,
and they beat them. So
top 3.
And I get that. Okay, great. You stepped up to the plate towards the end. But what ended up happening is that they went into the play-ins where Texas A&M, the actual school who was 23-10 this year. Actually it was Texas A&M. All the facts I just told you was Texas A&M, not Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So Texas A&M got into the replacements. There's 4 teams that are replacement teams. And they're the 3rd out of the 4, which is crazy. Corpus Christi went, Texas A&M did not. Am I making sense, or is that confusing?
It makes sense. I got it.
All right.
I got it. So most probably everyone else got it too.
Do we have anybody in the women's bracket?
Kentucky.
Is Connecticut in there? I just always pick them.
UConn.
UConn. That's who Cross the Pond is going for. UConn called it.
So what do you guys think about the Brady, or I'm sorry, Allen and Garnett making up the other night? The hug and everything else.
It was for TV.
You think? I think they're older men. You gotta let that petty stuff go. I mean, the only reason they were beefing is because Ray Allen left to go to the hated Heat. Eventually you grow out of that. They're not playing anymore, so it's good to see them bury the hatchet.
But do you think they buried the hatchet, or it's just a little cordial?
I mean, to me, it looked like it was sincere. They all kind of hugged it out. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I am not buying it, and I did not like it. You left me and went to Miami to go get that money when we probably were cool. We were, thick as thieves. We were gonna make it, happen for ourselves, with the Celtics. And then you up and leave me to go chase LeBron and them? Oh, we're beefing for real. Because that's just not cool. That's not what brotherhood is about, especially when you're on the same team, which I have been saying forever. And the NBA no longer has a brotherhood. It's all about go get your money when you can go get your money, and that's it. And I don't like that. And I think their reunion was fake. I think they're just doing it because now the three of them, including Paul Pierce, which everybody forgot about, can make more money together than they can separately right now. Because nobody would be talking about Ray Allen and Garnett and Pierce at the same time.
No, that's a decade-old news.
Not a decade-old news.
I would like to see kind of bury the hatchet, which will never happen, is Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan. But I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No.
Michael Jordan doesn't have to do nothing now. All he has to do is just go and be flirtatious and hug on people when he's out and about. He really can. He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the. There's no reason for him to reconcile at that point, right?
Except for the TV, but I doubt that ever happens. But I mean, Isaiah and Magic, they kind of made up a couple years ago, and I felt good about that because I mean they were actually friends. Michael Jordan and Isaiah have always kind of hated each other. They've never actually been friends, so I don't see that ever changing.
Jordan and Pippen, you're right, never going to be friends. That is like,
now
sailed a long time ago, and you can still see the like animosity when they talk about each other when they're recapping or whatever. It's just like you can tell that there's just not love there at all.
Well, my favorite feud is Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes. I wish they were still feuding. Matt Barnes said that they're not feuding anymore, that they're cool because he has to see him all the time because he's married to his ex-wife. But in my mind, let them get a divorce. Let Derek Fisher and Gloria Govan get a divorce, and Matt will be over there beating him up, jumping over fences, and going to that backyard and doing the most. And I would be here for that because I have respect for Derek Fisher. I have none. So I'm still feuding with him in my mind. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know me, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, he definitely broke the bro code. So,
what did I just say? NBA no longer has a bro code. The brotherhood is done. We sleeping with each other's wives now. You know what I'm saying? Acting like daddy at their homes with their kids. Like, oh, you can call me daddy now because your dad's about to move where was he going, to Memphis? And she was like, she had Derek Fisher all up in the house. That's like, if nobody knows the story, that to me is the best story ever. Matt Barnes is sitting there, all his stuff is at Memphis. He's supposed to, be moving and everything. He FaceTimes his kid, and his kid is like, oh, I'm pissed off because Derek's over here. And he was like, wait, what? So then he hops in his roommate's car that has a flat, goes to the gas station slowly, puts air in the pump, listens to Tupac all the way over to, this is a true legit story, listens to Tupac all the way over to Gloria Govan's house. When he gets there, he doesn't have a key. So obviously he jumps over the fence. There's a party happening in the back. He goes up to Derek and bam, hits him in the face. A fight starts, and it was over. And I am so about that. Like, I love Matt Barnes for that. Like, that is, who listens to Tupac? Like, you listening to Tupac.
You're getting hyped.
I am. That is the best feud, and I wish it was still going on. I really wish. I know that's bad, but whatever.
He did break the man code.
He did.
That's just a friend code. Let's just not even call it a man code. It's just a friend, teammate, acquaintance. Anyway. So on better news, baseball's back. Opening day is coming April 7th with 16 teams kicking it off, and then 14 teams are on the 8th. So are you guys happy about that? Do you even like baseball?
I don't really watch a lot of baseball. I do watch like when it gets to like the playoffs in the World Series. I rarely pay attention to the regular season unless I'm going to a game. But I never understood what the whole issue was. I'm assuming it was with the players union and the owners wanting more money. But I wasn't really sure what was going on and why they hadn't brought baseball back yet. So,
well, they want to stop the stacking of teams, so they're limiting the amount of money that the teams get. If they go over it, they get a fine. And
so basically, they want to do like the other sports and have a salary cap.
Yeah.
Which
I'm for that.
Exactly.
I mean, if you just keep stacking teams, it's the unexpected, It's not going to be there. You're like, oh, well.
You'll always have the same few teams.
Yep.
It'll be like college football when you just have Alabama, Georgia, and Clemson every year. And sometimes Ohio State.
And now imagine that those athletes can now get paid. So what do you think is going to happen for the next 10 years?
Exactly.
I hate that damn player portal. That sucks too.
I like the player portal.
No, I hate it. It sucks for any incoming athlete that's going into college. You don't know if they're going to pick up someone who's playing your position before you even commit. So I don't like that. Going back to baseball though, I'm just as excited as this guy here. As you can tell, he's super happy. This is how happy I am right now. Why am I this happy? Because they cut the spring game short. Now I don't really know. And they're doing a lot of trading. Everybody's like trading all over the place. I think Carlos Correa might leave. I thought I read that. So yeah, this is going to be me right now until I can figure out what's happening with the Astros. Until
Verlander's staying for another year, I think.
I don't care about Verlander.
Shit.
No, I'm joking. Well, he didn't even play last year, did he?
You heard it here first, guys.
He didn't really play last year. It was the other guy that pretty much brought us home.
I thought I heard Verlander was going back to the Tigers.
Well, Verlander was hurt last year.
Well, then there you go. He'll probably be hurt again. Take him back to to the Tigers. Let him get them.
Lions, Tigers, Bears, whatever.
I got I'm starting to mess up. This damn Heineken Zero is just screwing me over.
Well, baseball is definitely Elena's sport. So,
yeah, we can see what she thinks about it. Especially, there's going to be a lot. There's so much more news to come with baseball. We're just at the beginning of it. Now that they brought it back, so
yeah,
we need to be prepared. I need to beef up my studying on baseball. I'm all about March Madness right now, so I can't even talk about anything until after March. What is it? After the Final Four.
Yeah.
Usually first week of April.
First week of April. In New Orleans. I try to look for some hotels and it's all sold out. If anybody has a couch, I'll pay you $1. $1 and a hand grenade. That's what I'll get you.
I'll sleep in a bathtub. I've been known to do it.
Hey, a nice little what is it called? When
pillow, comforter. I'm fine.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that works. All right, let's move on to celebrity gossip really quickly.
Yes.
I have 3 things to talk about. 1, Kanye going after Pete Davidson was hilarious. Pete Davidson taking that picture in Kim's bed, supposedly, because I didn't see Kim on there, but I mean, sure, that's what he said he's at. But anyways, the Kim and Kanye and Pete Davidson thing is just tragic and sad and overrated. And I think it's all for publicity for her new show on Hulu. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm over it, and I can't wait to watch at the same time. Okay. The other thing. Did you guys have any comments on that? I didn't know if Mike felt like he looked like he wanted to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust anything that comes out of the Kardashians. I feel like everything is kind of a publicity stunt. So, at first I felt a little bad for her because I feel like Kanye was kind of going over the line, but now it kind of feels like it's all an act. And even if Pete Davidson was next to her, I'm pretty sure that Kim signed off on that and told him to do it. So
I'm sure
everything that they do at this point, it just feels like it's all for the show. Especially after I saw that her new show was about to come out and I saw the preview for it. It all kind of adds up. So, it is what it is. I kind of want to leave. It's like I feel like I'm in a group chat with them. I want to leave because I'm tired of the back and forth.
I agree. Okay, on to real quick Bachelor Nation news, which I don't even want to call it Bachelor Nation because we call it Raider Nation, and so that's just not. They don't go together. So Bachelor and Bachelorette people, fans, whatever. Clayton said last night that he slept with 2 out of the 3 women during the rose ceremony, which to me it was like, wah, wah, wah. Why do these girls cry and care about this? He was kissing like 20 girls the whole season, and he sleep. And when I say kissing, I mean like it's the grossest thing ever. It's that smacking where it's just like a peck, and then you see like a little tongue like pecking. It's gross. But regardless, 23 girls were kissed by this one dude, and now you're like, I can't believe you slept with her too. Ma'am, you're on a show where he's like getting to choose which one he wants. What do you think he's gonna do? And I'm surprised that this is the first time that they ever say that he's like any bachelor slept with them, because that's what I assumed was happening during the overnights. I don't know no guy who tells me come stay the night at my house after a romantic dinner and nothing goes on afterwards. If that happens, it was because we were both drunk or so. I don't know. That never happens. So that
Tell us more, Misty. Tell us more.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was gonna say, like, is that I watched a little bit of it, not a lot. That's more my girlfriend's thing, but is that like not normal for the Bachelor to sleep with more than one woman on the show? I just assumed that has always happened.
Well, not so apparently, like they don't. I say they don't talk about it, and he talked about it. He was like, I don't know. I assumed too, but apparently they didn't. This wasn't a thing. They don't do that. But I think that's all lies. I just don't think they talked about it. But it was tonight's the finale. It's going to be stupid, and I'm excited to watch it. So I'll let you guys know next week what happened and my thoughts about that. And the last thing is Jesse Smollett is in jail for 150 days, and he is so upset about it, and some people are upset about it. I, on the other hand, am like 150 days. My cousin Junior did 250 days, and he came out and he was fine. So 150 days, you'll be all right. You'll be
probably
fine.
Won't even serve 150 days.
That too. And so my thoughts about that, just do what you got to do. I'm kind of over that too. I'm glad it's over because I was tired of watching them go into court every day. Not every day, but like every couple of months. It was boring. I'm over it. He did get off easy. I agree with you, Katie.
So, what is this? Player Anthem?
Yes.
So, because it's me, we're going to go a different route. I have Psychedelic Rock on Spotify. Super fun channel. But they've got the zombies on there. Time of the season. Baseball season. It's time.
I've never heard of that song.
Well, you come over and we do a pool day. I'll play it for you.
And you'll play that playlist.
Duh. Of course I will.
Do you have a player hater?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Brady. He's like Kim Kardashian.
I love that meme
I'm
about
quitting the show. Oh, here we are. We're just switching networks.
Well, I love the meme where he said that, or it says that he spent some time with the kids and his wife, and he decided to go back.
He's like, shit, this is hard. I'm not doing this.
What are your thoughts, Mike?
He's starting to look a little bit like Brett Favre. I don't know if you remember at the end of his career, he couldn't decide if he wanted to stay retired or come back. I kind of wanted him to stay retired because even though I'm not a Brady fan per se, I respect him. And I feel like he kind of went out. Really, if he would have went out last year, he would have went out on top. And I feel like the more he comes back, eventually he's going to go out. You're going to see his decline. And I hate seeing the greats, finish their career on the decline. So, MJ did it. A few other people did it. I kind of like to see them go out right off in the sunset, still being really good. And eventually it's going to catch up to him and he's going to be on the decline. So I kind of wish he would have stayed retired. I'm not really sure why he's going back and forth. But sometimes the greats, they just can't walk away. What drives them to be great is the same thing that makes them not want to walk away from the game. So we'll see.
Speaking knowledge, Mike, I love that. Yes, I agree.
What do you guys got going on this weekend?
Well, after the 90s party that Elena had, which was pretty epic, I would say that this is going to be somewhat chill, but not really again. I'm going to Khalid.
Me too. I'll be there on Wednesday.
Okay, I'll see you there. Going to that tomorrow, and there's another 90s party, but it's an R&B party at the House of Blues.
Oh.
That's it. What about you?
My good friend Jackie, Irish dancer, is coming in town. So maybe we'll hit up the 90s R&B party.
Yeah.
I'm not dressing up this time. I just want you guys to know the 90s R&B, 90s party. I dressed up as Missy Elliott in Superfly with my trash bags. And Miss El Paso was a Baywatch babe, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, that was, couldn't eat the whole day. That was fun. What are you doing, Mike?
Well, Friday I'm flying back home. I'm currently in Cleveland for work. So, but Saturday I've been tasked with planning date night. So I still haven't figured that out yet, but I'll be working on that.
Figure it out by Thursday, okay?
Yeah.
So she knows. She has some time to think about it.
If any of the guys on the podcast right now have any ideas for Mike, put them in the chat. We'll go ahead and give them. We'll hand it over for him so he doesn't have to do so much work. All right, well, take us out, Brittany.
All right, well, thanks so much for coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Sports Life Talk, Dresses and Salted Pretzels, and Ms. El Paso on Instagram. And we'll see you next week.
Adios.
Adios.